Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Friday. We have 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys want to become a member, go ahead and do that, guys. We got a members only live stream coming tomorrow for that big college slate tomorrow. So love to have you guys be in there for that. We're going to get some winners for sure. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Pretty busy slate today as we head into the weekend. 15 matchups. Starting with the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Toronto opening up as road favorites at -270. Pittsburgh +215 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Alek Manoah with an ERA of 2.60. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Pirates is Tyler Beede with an ERA of 4.88. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, we got Toronto coming off that Cubs loss. Pitt coming off that 6-1 loss against the Brewers. Yeah, not on level Beede on the mounds, giving up 12 runs in his last 3 starts. Manoah coming off 2 back-to-back 1-run games here. Yeah, loving the Blue Jays on the road, and I think they get it done against this Pirates team. Next matchup, we have the Colorado Rockies versus the Cincinnati Reds. Reds opening up as home favorites at -115. The Rockies -105 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Rockies is Kyle Freeland with an ERA of 4.88. His last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Reds is Luis Cessa with an ERA of 5.36. His last start, he pitched 4 innings. Gave up 1 run, had 1 strikeout. We got Colorado on a 2-game losing streak, losing the last 2 to Atlanta. Cincinnati coming off a 5-3 loss against St. Louis here. I'm going to take a shot with the Rockies +1.5 on the road. I mean, it's basically a pick'em scenario here. So we'll take Rockies +1.5 here. Next matchup, we have the Oakland Athletics versus the Baltimore Orioles. Oakland opening up as home favorites at -175. Oakland +145 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for Oakland is J.P. Sears with an ERA of 2.28. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Orioles is Dean Kramer with an ERA of 3.24. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Oakland on a 2-game losing streak. Baltimore coming off back-to-back Cleveland shutout wins. You love to see that as the underdog too. Yeah, love Baltimore at home. Love Dean Kramer on the mound in this one. And yeah, we're taking the Orioles at home in this one. Next matchup, we have the Kansas City Royals versus the Detroit Tigers. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Royals is Daniel Lynch with an ERA of 4.70. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Tigers is Drew Hutchinson with an ERA of 4.01. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. We got the Royals coming off a 2-game losing streak against the White Sox. Detroit getting swept on a 3-game series by the Mariners. Yeah, I mean, not a great matchup at all here. I'm going to take Royals +1.5 on the road in an ugly matchup here. We'll roll with the underdog. Next matchup, we have the Seattle Mariners versus the Cleveland Guardians. Mariners opening up as road favorites at -140. Cleveland +130 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Mariners is Luis Castillo with an ERA of 2.83. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 10 strikeouts. Pitching for the Guardians is Zach Plesac with an ERA of 4.39. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Seattle, coming off a 4-game winning streak, sweeping the Tigers. Cleveland on a 2-game losing streak, losing back-to-back shutout, not scoring the last 2 games against Baltimore. Yeah, I like Castillo on the mound for the Mariners here. And we're going to roll with the team that's hot right now on a 4-game winning streak. Taking the Mariners on the road. Next matchup, we have the Texas Rangers versus the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox opening up as home favorites at -185. Rangers +155 with the over-under at 10. Pitching for the Rangers is Dallas Keuchel with an ERA of 9.00. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 1 strikeout. Pitching for the Red Sox is Nick Pivetta with an ERA of 4.40. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Yeah, Rangers on a 5-game losing streak right now. Getting the cover yesterday. They got that +1.5 cover yesterday. Boston on a 2-game winning streak. Yeah, I don't love Keuchel on the mound. Back-to-back 7-run games on the mound. He's given up 17 runs in his last 3 starts. I don't love that one bit here. We're taking the Red Sox at home. Next matchup, we have the Washington Nationals versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at -270. The Nationals +220 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Nationals is Josiah Gray with an ERA of 4.67. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for the Mets is David Peterson with an ERA of 3.21. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Yeah, Washington coming off back-to-back Oakland wins. Mets coming off back-to-back Dodger wins. Yeah, loving the Mets here at home. Washington just 0-5 on the road against the Mets. Love Peterson on the mound for the Mets here. And yeah, we're taking New York at home. Next matchup, we have the Miami Marlins versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at -175. Marlins +145 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Marlins is Sandy Alcantara with an ERA of 2.13. His last start, he pitched 9 innings, gave up 1 run, had 10 strikeouts. Pitching for the Braves is Charlie Morton with an ERA of 4.10. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Yeah, we got Miami on a 4-game losing streak right now. They've definitely, their last 5 games, they've only scored more than 2 runs. Or they haven't scored more than 2 runs. So yeah, they've been struggling hitting. Atlanta coming off a 2-game Colorado win streak. And I'm taking the Braves at home here. I know Sandy's been very good on the mound for Miami. Coming off a 1-run and a 6-run game. So, I don't know. Miami just not getting that run support here. They've been struggling scoring. So even with Sandy on the mound, I just don't think they get the run support that they need. I'm taking the Braves at home. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Twins versus the Chicago White Sox. Twins opening up as road favorites at -135. The White Sox +115 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Twins is Sonny Gray with an ERA of 3.04. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the White Sox is Davis Martin with an ERA of 4.62. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Minnesota coming off a 6-5 loss yesterday. Unfortunate, they were on that 5-game winning streak. White Sox coming off a 2-game winning streak against Kansas City. Minnesota currently 0-5 on the road. They definitely have their road struggles right now. I'm gonna take a shot with the White Sox +1.5 at home here. And yeah, not super in love with this matchup, but we'll take a shot with the White Sox +1.5. All right, next matchup, we have the Chicago Cubs versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at -250. The Cubs +205 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Cubs is Adrian Sampson with an ERA of 3.97. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Cardinals is Jordan Montgomery with an ERA of 3.28. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Yeah, we got the Cubs coming off a Toronto win 7-5. They were on a 4-game losing streak prior to that. St. Louis coming off a 5-3 win against Cincinnati. They're 4-1 in their last 5. 15-2 at home, playing great home baseball here. And I'm going to take the Cardinals at home. They've just been better at home. And I don't hate maybe taking a shot at the Cubs. Plus 200. Always take a shot on those plus 200 dogs. But I do like the Cardinals, and I'm going to take them at home. Next matchup, we have the Houston Astros versus the Los Angeles Angels. Astros opening up as road favorites at minus 160. The Angels plus 135 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Astros is Lance McCullers Jr. with an ERA of 1.69. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Angels is Reed Detmers with an ERA of 3.47. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Houston on a 3-game winning streak, beating the Rangers, coming off back-to-back Rangers wins. Angels coming off a 3-2 win against the Mets. Against the Yankees. Houston 11-4 on the road against the Angels, 5-1 straight up against the Angels. So they've definitely won the head-to-head battle against the Angels here. I like McCullers on the mound. I mean, coming off a no-run game, he's been very good on the mound since he's returned this season. I'm going to take the Astros on the road. Next matchup, we have the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Brewers opening up as road favorites at minus 115. Arizona minus 105 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Brewers is Eric Lauer with an ERA of 3.58. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the D-backs is Zach Davies with an ERA of 3.82. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. We got the Brewers on a losing 5-0 yesterday against Arizona. Nice win for the D-backs yesterday. Getting a nice underdog win. You love to see it, especially coming off that 18-2 loss. So you'd love to see them bounce back. Yeah, love Davies on the mound. He's been very good. And again, underdog at home. Give me Arizona plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the San Diego Padres versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at minus 165. Dodgers plus 140 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Padres is Yu Darvish with an ERA of 3.41. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Dodgers is Dustin May with an ERA of 1.64. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. We got the Padres coming off a 3-game Giants winning streak. Then Dodgers coming off back-to-back losses. Haven't had back-to-back losses in so long. So it's definitely crazy to see. We got the Padres 1-12 on the road against the Dodgers. They've been horrible on the road against the Dodgers. Dodgers 11-1 at home, where they play great. Love May on the mound. I'm taking Dodgers at home. I mean, man, are they going to go on a 3-game losing streak? I sure hope not. I'm taking the Dodgers in this one. Next matchup, we have the Philadelphia Phillies versus the San Francisco Giants. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at minus 110 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Phillies is Kyle Gibson with an ERA of 4.08. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Pitching for the Giants is Alex Cobb with an ERA of 4.05. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. The Phillies coming off that 18-2 win against Arizona. Giants on a 7. So yeah, we're going to roll with Phillies on the road in this one. I just don't trust the Giants on a bad losing streak. Can't do it. So we'll take Phillies plus 1.5 here. And then the last matchup, we have the New York Yankees versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at minus 130. Yankees plus 110 with the over-under at 7. Yeah, we got Jeffrey Springs on the mound for the Yankees with an ERA of 2.76. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Yankees is Domingo Yerman with an ERA of 3.19. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Yankees coming off a 3-2 loss yesterday. Tampa Bay on a 3-game winning streak right now. And Yankees are 6-3 against Tampa Bay. Hey, interesting matchup. We're getting Springs coming off a bad match on the mound. Yerman coming off a 0-run game. He's been pretty solid his last 2 games, only allowing 1 run. I think I'm going to take a shot with the Yankees plus 1.5 on the road. Getting some nice underdog money today. I think it could definitely... I think they could definitely cover today for sure. I'm going to take Yankees plus 1.5. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.